You can't hold me down. 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 You can't hold me.
All right, the day has finally came. I'm gonna start on my meth house, and it looks like there's a big hole now in the roof. Some storm must have got that, but I got the permit. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is put up a fence. So I went ahead and got that, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing, because right now, obviously I was having some problems with the neighbors already. So I'm still not going to actually pay to have the property lines marked out. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. And you guys can pay or do whatever you guys want. But you can go to your county's assessor's page, and usually they'll have a map. And the property line, this is my meth house, and this is the neighbor's house. The property line is that little line right there. So it's right on their house. And as you can see on their lot, because each of these lots are 66 wide, they have a lot, but there's two properties, so they have already been separated. So this lot now is half, so they don't have a yard, so they've been using this backyard. And if I'm going to rent this place, it needs to have a fence so they don't have to deal with it. So I had spent $2,500 to purchase a big enough fence to go around this whole backyard, and that's a pretty big fence back there on the truck. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and mark this out, because again, yeah, we can't really go off this line. It could be off a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and measure from here all the way to where the line is. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to add up 66, 16.5, and 132, and then that should give me my line. And I'm just going to go ahead and also do it from this end and go all the way in. And I'm not going to do it from this alley. I'm going to go all the way to the far one and add it all up and mark it. And then whatever one's closest on, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and go the closest on to my property. And hopefully they're about the same point. But if, let's say they're 6 inches apart, I'm going to go with the one close farther into my property. And then I'm going to mark the line. I'm also going to do it in the alley and get the line, and then do the same thing. And then I'm going to actually go another 12 inches over into my property. So I'm going to be giving up a good foot of my land to put this fence up, just in case there is a problem and they want to go and, I don't know, pay to get it marked out. They can. This is going to be a civil matter, so they're going to have to go do this stuff in court. And again, the chances of me being on my land is going to be good, since I'm going the farthest my way. And if something does happen where it is on their property at that time, then I'll take the fence back down and I'll move it. So that's what my plans are, instead of going through and paying someone several $100s to come and mark out this land, when, you know, I'm not the smartest person in the box, but I mean, we can clearly see where that property line is. And online, it's a little bit better because it's colored. Here, it's not, you can't see it, but it's right on that house. And again, I'm going to go as far as I can onto my property. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get marking it now, and I'll see you guys as I'm building this fence. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and measure this out. I got a 100-foot measuring tape. It's 214.5 that I'm going to be measuring to. So I got some screwdrivers to hold it in place, measure it, mark it, and then I'm going to rerun the tape measure. Since I was in the middle of that driveway, I didn't go to 100 feet. I went to 90. So now I'm at 190 feet at that screwdriver. Alright, so coming from this way, this is where that screwdriver is where I determined the property line is. And again, I'm going to give them a foot. So it's at 6. I'm going to go over to 6. And right here is where I'm going to drop that stake. And this is where I'm planning on putting the fence. Alright, for the back side, looks like it's actually came out to about the same. Looks like it's about a foot off the side of the building. So I'm going to go ahead and measure another 12 inches, and that's where I'm going to be running the string for where I'm going to be putting the line. Alright, I got the first post in and I measured it. I got 2 foot and 5 inches that I'm going to cut off of them. So I've loaded up all the posts. I'm going to take them back and miter saw them off so I don't have to do them while they're up there. And I don't have electric on here, so I'm just going to load the post up and cut them off. Alright, for this fence, I decided to go with post supports to hold it in. They have other ones. They have ones that also swivel on the top, but I didn't think I needed it for this because I'm going to put it in already straight. But I think it's going to work. I haven't used them before, but that one went in pretty nice. They go in pretty easy, and I'll let you guys know how I think I got them. But normally I usually have to dig a hole, put concrete in it, or do something like that. And these are $10. I thought, you know, a bag of concrete, you know, on sale probably like $3. So I thought it was worth it to try these out for $10. Save all that time digging the hole and pouring concrete in there. And yeah, you just put it in there. You put one of these little posts in. I got one over there. Put it in there. You pound it down with a sledgehammer. Take it out, and you put your post down in there. And another thing I like is before, when I do all the holes, since I'm using a digger or something, I'll do it all at once. And normally, you know, a few holes away, I'll get where the fence isn't lined up. So this, I'm going to be able to do each time, so it'll be lined up on every one. So I won't have that issue. the first one I put in slid right in. That one went in really tight, so. Then I'm gonna go ahead and screw that one up. I'll just go ahead and video it. And I'll do it all over again, keep on doing it. Right now I'm trying to keep that string line. It's not touching the fence or the posts, so the string line is going right between it, so it'll keep a straight line. All right, I got half the fence up. Looking pretty good. I'm gonna stop here because I want to move this shed and get that concrete moved because it's in the way. And then I'm gonna stop because I want to cut this tree out still yet and that stump before I put the fence up here. So right now this is where I'm gonna stop today, but I don't know if I'll make a video again, but this was what the fence looks like going up. And I did actually really like these post support. They're actually pretty, holding it in there a lot better than what I was thinking it was going to do. So I mean, it's pretty firm, and I didn't think I needed to even, it went up pretty straight. So like, but if your fence isn't straight, get some 2x4 2x6s and put it in an angle to hold it in place so it's not leaning. Girl might want to see this.
He's gonna get his ass fucked. That's the boy does. You're gonna get your ass whooped.